Please keep in mind my readings are indeed general and may or may not resonate. So take what does and leave the rest. Also, please be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus signs for more insight. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You guys, I was looking for a specific deck. Here it is. I hate this deck. I'm not going to use it. Hold on, guys. This is the deck. So I want to get a message from Spirit for you guys first. From Angel Answers. Okay, so let's see. Spirit, what messages do you have for Gemini? Thank you. Ooh, okay. So we have not the right time. No. Success. Okay, bottom of the deck we have within the next 4 months. So, hold on, guys. My phone is acting fucking weird and kooky. The backlight is going off. It seems to me like now is not the right time to do something. Okay? Right now you're supposed to be focusing on your success. Okay? Yeah, it's up to you to make something happen. Ooh, compromise. Listen. This is going to be a reading about you tonight, okay? Well, all the readings are about you. But I feel like in this very moment, what we're needing to focus on is our success. Overall, and everything in life, for you, Geminis, is about success. How are you going to get to the next life? The next life? Well, we have 9 lives too. Much like our cats and our animals and things, we go through some tough shit where we were supposed to been die, but did you die? But did you die? Okay? And if you didn't die, then you are needing to get to the next life now. Okay? Now we're going to the next. Okay? And this next ascension is going to require some work. All right, some inner work, some muscle hustle, okay? You're going to have to get your head in the game. EA Sports, all right? It's enough of being in your feelings. It's enough of being in your feelings, guys. If you're in your feelings, you're not in your bag. You're not in your bag. You got to get in your bag. That's why I've been shaking off so much of this negative energy. Every time I go live, something flies across my face. It's enough of you being in your feelings. Ain't no money there. And I feel like your next ascension is all about a bigger, better you. Which money is involved. Which means it needs to increase. Okay? Your money needs to increase for you to get to this next level. So that you can get around better people. A different vibe of people. All right, with the 7 of Cups, new people, motherfuckers to expand your mind and your options, okay? Yeah, balance. It's time for you to get to a place where everything in your life is good. All right, if you're going through a shit show, it's because where you are, you're outgrowing. It's like, imagine living in a house, right? One family, small house, and then one day you stand up and like Jack and the Beanstalk, your motherfucking ass just goes all the way up past the ceiling. You don't fit there no more. That's your life. That is your life. You no longer fit into whatever it is that you've been fitting in. You're bigger than that. So now you're needing to catch up because you're still in that same place, but you've outgrown it. You need more space. You need a bigger space. And in order to do that, you have to get to a sense of balance. There's too much confusion. Your emotions is all over the place. You're all over the place, okay? Yeah, 7 of Pentacles here. It's time for you to put in that work, Gemini. Some of y'all is at work. But some of you guys are needing to put the footwork in. Spirit is not going to just give you shit. People think that sometimes they're supposed to pray and shit's supposed to fall in your lap. You don't even realize that things felt elevation. That's the word for it, elevation. Spirit has already gave you everything that you've asked for. The problem is there's no more space for any more blessings on this level. You must upgrade to the next level to get any more of those blessings. You must. Look at this. But they're here. You know, Spirit has something to give you, but you have to put in the work. You have to put in the work, Gemini. Okay? With the Moon card, I feel like you just don't know what to do. Alright? You don't know what to do. Spirit, what is Gemini supposed to do? What is it that Gemini needs to do next for this next chapter? What is it that... Four of Pentacles. You need to save your money. Save yourself. What is this Four of Pentacles here for? What is this Four of Pentacles here? What is this Four of Pentacles signifying? What is this Four of Pentacles signifying? What is this Four of Pentacles signifying? Seven of Swords. You're going to have to start to plan and save. So it's time for you guys to okay, Gemini. Homework. Are you guys ready for some homework for your life? Okay. Tomorrow, I want you guys to go to the store and I want you to get a notebook. Could be as small as this. And in this notebook, I want you to write down everything that you want out of life. I want you to first scatter it all out. Everything. Because let me tell you, I did this. I did this in the car speaking to spirit. I want you to literally get a notebook and I want you to write down everything that you want in life before you die. I don't give a fuck if it's from a new pair of shoes to you want to be a millionaire. I want you to write everything down. And then once you write everything that you ever wanted down in this book, I want you to start prioritizing. I want you to start prioritizing. Well, I'm going to tell you what's your next step after that, okay? Because I'm literally doing this. That's an affirmation. Because sometimes, okay, you guys, I'm about to talk a little bit, but I'm coaching here. I promise you, you can't go wrong. Your thoughts need to materialize. And if they're in your head, you're not materializing them. So, thoughts is just air. It can translate from you to somebody else in a fucking heartbeat. So what's needing to happen with you guys is you're needing to put it on paper so it can start to materialize. So once we start to put everything down, it's more realistic. I learned that in college too. To write things down. And then you're going to start putting them into priority with shit that you know that you could be doing now, and shit that you know is obtainable at the moment, but also prioritizing it. What is the most important right now? And you can fuck up, you may have to cross some shit out. Nah, that's not realistic, because let me tell you what my goals was real quick. My short-term goal, my goals overall was I wanted to get my body done. I wanted to move into a house, and I wanted a new car, and I want a baby. Those are my 4 things that I knew that I wanted. And out of those 4 things, I knew, a man was somewhere in there, but I wasn't making that a part of my priority. I'm not making that, that's not in my book, because whatever is for me will come for me, but I'm not manifesting another person's path. I'm manifesting my own path. Wherever that motherfucker come in that path, then fine. But once you get to that, and you realize, what areas or what you can really do, and what's is obtainable, then you go for it. Like, again, I didn't write down the fact that I want to go to college because, bitch, I'm going to college. Okay, I'm doing that. That's happening right now. But if let's say some of you are like, I want a new job. What is the career that you want to do? If some of y'all got jobs that you know is dead end, what is it that you really want to do, Gemini? Are you prepared to go back to school long term or short term? Do you need a certificate or do you need a degree? What do you want to do? Is that obtainable? If that's obtainable and it's a certificate, that's a short term goal. You know, this is shit that you have to start doing to get to that next level. Now is not the time to be worried about fucking love, because your frequency does not match where you're at. So you're meeting the wrong people for where you're at because where you're at. So we're needing to get you out of where you're at to get you where you're going. But you have to be willing to get there, or you're always going to be miserable. You're always going to feel like you're in the wrong space. You're always going to feel like you don't belong. Or you're always going to feel like you're getting the short end of the stick because you're giving yourself the short end of the stick. Okay? So we're going to be realistic. Even if you have, a great career, what do you want to do next? Should you be improving your health? How's your body look? Would you like to lose a little weight? Would you like to grow your edges? Would you like to get rid of that facial hair? What is it about you that you need to change for you? Fuck everybody else, because Geminis want to look good for ourselves. We like to look good. So what is it that you need to change? Do you need to get closer to spirit? Do you feel like, that's an unfamiliar thing for you? Do you feel like you're ascending, but you feel like you're not manifesting? Do you need meditation? Do you need clearance? Do you need peace? Those are the things that you have to start to really sit back and think about. What do you fucking need? It needs to be in your book. And you'll notice that over time, either you'll be crossing things off the list or you'll be adding things. But this is your Bible. Mine's is full of, my manifesting codes. Because this is all the things that I prayed for. This is all the shit that I'm asking for. This is my prayer. But in between, I'm putting in the work. I'm manifesting. But meanwhile, while I'm manifesting with these numbers, I'm putting in the fucking work. Okay? And that's what I suggest you guys get to doing. Because Spirit is saying there needs to be some type of plan. But there also needs oppression. It needs for you to get out of this lacking mind state. It needs for you to stop feeling like somebody's foot is on your neck. Ain't nobody's foot on your neck. You ain't getting up. You ain't getting up. And let me tell you one thing about counseling. Counseling ain't nothing but a motherfucker talking to you, telling you about you. Talk to your fucking self. Talk to yourself. But I mean, I've had Spirit talk to me. I can't say that I haven't been counseled. Because I've had Spirit talk to me. I swear to God, I've had Spirit talk to me a lot. I told you, I was literally sitting in my car. And I was like, Spirit, I need help. And Spirit was like, what the fuck do you need help with? And I'm like, look, I feel stuck. I want to buy this house. It doesn't feel like it's in my reach. I'm afraid. $500,000 ain't cheap for no fucking house. But I want a house. Spirit, can you help me ascend? And Spirit is like, well, what the fuck do you want to do? What is it that you need to do to obtain that? And I'm like, well, YouTube is good. YouTube is good, but what's next? What's next? What do we do next? So that's what I'm saying. Once you get to that, you have to find out what's next. After you get to writing the shit down, you have to get to the point where you start to actually put the work in. This is planning in action. Putting the work in. Ten of Wands. And you're also having to know that there's some things that you've been holding on to that needs to be released. And it could be a way of thinking. It could be a way of thinking that you have to let go of. There is some things that you are going to have to think about. You know, there are some things that you're going to sit and have to think about what you're doing wrong. What can be fixed? What can be elevated? What could change in you? Because we want everybody else to change, but we still be the same motherfucker. Unfortunately. The growth is not going to come from outside. It's within. That's where it starts at. The mind frame needs to change. The Six of Pentacles. If you give to yourself, others will give to you. The price goes up. I had 3 women last night touch my pussy while I was in the club. The price goes up. You become more attractive. It's outward. Okay? It's outward. It once you become at peace, and once you become, I'm telling you that because that's really what happens. Like, you become so much, you become so much more attractive when you're at peace. You can see it. You can see it on a person's face when they're at peace. You can see it in a person. You can tell by their vibe, their length. Your vibration makes other motherfuckers attracted to you. Yeah, I had a bitch literally grab me to my fucking... I had a waist chain on last night. She pulled my waist chain off and licked my face. I was in a straight bar. Okay? Wisdom here. It's a learning curve. It's a learning... You go through shit. You have to learn shit. But then that is all a part of you transforming. Learning. Okay? It's all about learning. It's all about learning. It's all about being look, transformation comes out. Transformation. That's what y'all are going through. And again, balance at the bottom of the deck. Again, you are having to learn how to get here peacefully. Peacefully. And that's why it needs to be written down, because you need to have a vision. You need to have a vision. You need to have a purpose. Right now you're scattered. And the reason why you're scattered is because you're not uniform in your life. This is the time you have to uniform. You ain't got no motherfucking pants on, sis. Yeah. It's not gonna... Change doesn't come. You have to go for it. You have to go for it. That's the problem. This is not the part in life where you wait for change. You got to start making that shit happen. Okay. So, Spirit, what other messages do you have for Gemini? Now, y'all know today is y'all last day for your guidance. I'm going to have to start moving on to Sagittarius. They need my attention too. We getting these bodies done, or we just taking better care of them? Watching what we eat. I'll still do you guys as much as I can, but I'm going to start repairing, you know, the other signs too. Y'all horrible. Y'all are horrible. Okay, so Spirit, any other messages for Gemini? Seven of Swords is here again, okay? With judgment. Learn to judge people by their actions and not how you feel. There is a need for you to take the rose-colored glasses off with everybody. There is a need to take the rose-colored glasses off with everybody. Okay? With the Nine of Wands. It's a need to protect your energy from people. Okay? I don't know if y'all watched my story that I put up last night when I said let's chat. But that's a prime example of energies that you have to protect yourself from. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. Sometimes you're just not vibing with a person, and it just is not right anymore. And it doesn't matter how much of an attachment you have to that, you have to let that go. You have to unlearn. We have to learn the art of detaching, so that it does not become so hard for us to detach. It's not so emotional for us to detach. You know, believe what you see. Ace of Swords. Believe what you see. It's clarity, not how you feel. Your heart lies to you. Two of Swords. Stop second guessing what you know. You're blocking your fortune here. I feel like you better is coming for you. Again, action. You have to take action. You have to start somewhere, Gemini. You guys have to start somewhere. And I feel like the starting point is with you. It's no more waiting for it to come. It's no more waiting. You know, you don't have no more time or patience to wait any fucking way. You're getting depressed because you're waiting. You have to take action. The problem is all the action that you keep putting in is in relationships, because that's our natural calling. We are the lovers. That's what makes us feel good. But a lot of us have been very content with love and dealing with relationships, as opposed to dealing with ourselves and doing other shit that we love. What else is your passion? What else are you interested in? What else piques your interest? What else do you need to be doing? It's okay to take a month, a year, 5 years off of people, relationships, in order to better yourself, so that you can be on a higher frequency for somebody that you want. You want somebody with a PhD and bitch, you got a high school diploma? You want somebody to go half with you on a house and you only making $25,000 a year and you getting food stamps? You want somebody who is fully committed to you, who works all day and provides, and you sitting in the fucking house all day? You know, you gotta better yourself. Some of you just want to make sure that you're in a place to where, as though when a motherfucker come for you, you got some shit to talk about. It's time to perfect your craft for your next phase. I don't give a fuck how old you are. You're late then. But it's better late than never. Bottom of the deck here is you, the Queen of Cups. For those of you, I've been preaching for a while. For those of you who don't know, the Queen of Cups is Gemini and Cancer. Once first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the motherfucking respect, and then you get the love. Stop letting people play in your face. And it's time for you to bring your value up. The value needs to go up. The price needs to go up, Gemini. Because I feel like you're growing, but the price is not going up. And it's because of you that your price is not going up. The price tag ain't quite showing. It's an assessment. But the tag, the old tag is still there. And that's the problem. When you're being presented, you're being presented with this old tag. The one that your ex-boyfriend had had them fucking playing with you. There needs to be a new tag here, but you have to create that. You know, you have to create that. And it also has to be a peaceful creation. You have to be comfortable in knowing that, you're taking this time off to focus on yourself, or you're taking this time off to focus on perfecting your craft, because that's better for you. Okay? You don't take that as, oh my God, I'm doing this because I'm so lonely, because it's never going to make you feel fulfilled. And then your energy stays the same. Your energy needs to be happy for yourself. I need you to be happy with yourself. So that in this process, when you're going through this transformation, you're actually fucking happy. Start talking to yourself about being happy. Start talking to yourself about how beautiful you are. Start talking to yourself about how fucking smart you are. Start talking to yourself about how much you've accomplished and where you've been. Start thanking God for where you are at. Thank God for the lessons that they taught you, even if you don't understand them, and pray for wisdom to know. That's it. It ain't hard. But you could be doing a lot worse. You could be doing a lot worse. Nigga could have burnt your fucking house down. Bitch could have stole your bank account information and had you sitting up here super broke. You know? They could have gave you AIDS. It could be so much worse. So take your life and your lessons and go the fuck on. Go the fuck on. Alright, Gemini? Spirit, are there any closing remarks for Gemini? Any closing remarks for Gemini? Any closing remarks for Gemini? Gemini, you have strength. You have the World. And you have the Ten of Swords. You're going to have Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck again. Sharon, let me tell you something. My mother is Gemini, right? My mother's ex-boyfriend, who was a Libra, got mad because she was leaving him and she was doing better than him and had a nigga steal her car. And then told her where the fuck to find it at later and tried to make it seem like he just found it behind the building. Niggas will do fucked up shit to put you in a fucked up space. But guess what? Now, 221. My mother in a brand new fucking Charger. And her baby father still ain't got shit. Because God works in mysterious fucking ways. And when people try to talk you down or dumb you down or do you down, they fuck themselves over, honey, grandly. Just, you know, just, you ain't even got to do nothing. You just ascend. And motherfuckers around you still be down there at the bottom. Okay? So your closing remarks here are the Strength card, the World card, and the Ten of Swords, which is beautiful. It's all about you gaining strength to let go things. You know, the last step is to let it out your mind. But it's having the strength. It's knowing that it's in you and being comfortable. And being comfortable with these changes that are acquiring with this World card. And accepting that things are just not supposed to, you know, deading it. Just straight deading it. Just deading things that no longer serve you because they no longer fucking serve you. Being okay with that. Being okay with the fact that you have to completely detach from things that don't matter. Mind is over matter, but money is overall. So that's why you're supposed to be focusing on the money, and then your mind will follow. A lot of planning needs to be done here, though, Gemini. Let me get right with you. A lot of planning is going to be required. This is not a time to sit on your ass and sulk. Or at least while you're sitting on your ass and sulking, make sure you got a pen and a piece of paper. Some of you, while you're crying at night, you're needing to write down while you're crying. It's a sign of releasing. Some of you, if you're not crying and you're in a good place, get ready to write down what you want. Write down your affirmations. Make some. We all are manifestors, but you have to start making your own spells and your words of affirmations. And you can do that. Shit, make a song. Y'all bitches know y'all love songs. Make a song. Make a song about what the fuck you need to do for you. Okay, don't get on no Summer Walker shit and start writing about how the nigga hurt you, so you know you can constantly be reminded of it. Talk about what he did that made you better, not bitter, but better. Because man, I could write a song on all the ways I was so happy to let a motherfucker go. Because every time that motherfucker came back, it was worse. It was worse. What if you don't know? I've been crying a week for no reason, just random. You know why you're crying. Because every time you cry, you have a thought about it. People don't just cry for no apparent reason. There's a trigger there. And wherever that trigger there, it's a light trigger to something that's a little deeper. What triggered you to start crying? What were you doing? Were you just cooking dinner and you just, you know? What was it? I looked to women and she smiled and I cried. Because you're not happy. You're not happy. That's why you cried. Because you're not happy. You couldn't even smile back. That's why you cried. Your soul couldn't smile back. That's why you cried. I've been in my room laughing and just started bawling. I'm not happy. Well, at that time, I wasn't happy. You know? But it's okay because that needs to come out. Because now you can assess why you're not happy. You may need to write that down. What are the things about yourself that make you feel like you're not happy? What are you not happy with? Because that'll trigger what needs to change. What is it about yourself that you feel like you need to change? You know? It's not always about the another person. Sometimes it's about us. Yeah, it was a moment. It was a moment when you felt like, damn, I don't even want to smile back at this motherfucker. That was your soul crying. You know? Oh, thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you all. I'm sorry, I've been so into this reading, I didn't even tell nobody. You know, if it resonates for you, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you guys so much. Let other Geminis get this message. I feel like this was one of those, this whole week has been, you know, shit that Geminis really need to hear. We're all, you know, unless you're ascending, you know, if you're already in a happy relationship, or you're meeting somebody new and shit is going good, you don't need to be watching tarot. The tarot is for the brokenhearted. The tarot is for the people that have questions. Don't question a relationship that's good unless you don't feel like it's good, and that's the first red flag right there. I have people all the time that's like, why don't you like lighten your room up? Why don't you lighting up your living room so that your messages could be brighter? No. My living room don't need to be lighter. Your life needs to be lighter. Your energy needs to be lighter. So then I wouldn't have to talk about this shit. But it's not about you. It's about the people. This page, this channel is for people who need fucking help. Don't come to me if you don't need help. I'm not talking to the bitches that already are happily married. Go to fuck home. Go to fuck the bed. Go suck some dick. Keep your relationship happy. You should not be on here obsessing. But if you know something is wrong, don't come here and tell me what I'm telling you is wrong, because you don't even know what the fuck is wrong. That's people's problem. You preaching to me too much. I'll tell you about the rest of the month at the end of the month, because technically, again, the message yesterday was live in the present. Remember that. We're not worried about the future. You're building your future. You have control of your future. So we're not going to talk about what happens in the future. We're going to talk about what you're going to do right now for the future. We're in the present. Gemini is supposed to be in the present right now, not the future. Because your future as you are may not be that great. Your future as you change it could be wonderful. But I have to, I have to give you guys a chance to build on your energy. I don't want to tell you about your future right now because you may not be in the greatest vibration right now. You may take my advice and you may wind up in a better vibration. You also don't want to keep coming back to tarot. You want to ascend from tarot. You want to get to the point where you don't need somebody else to tell you about your life. That's the whole part of tarot. You're not supposed to be here every day. You're supposed to get what you get and you go. Because this is, kind of repetitive energy. Imagine a counselor. A counselor, only counsels people until they don't need to be counseled anymore. Once you get on a good path, the counselor lets you go. You don't come there so much. Every once in a while you have a trigger moment, which means a bad moment, and then you go back to the counselor. You don't just go to the counselor when you're happy. Look at tarot like that. And if it doesn't get any better for you, you may not need tarot. You may need something a little bit better after a couple of years, But let's get one card from the Rebel deck and I will release you guys energy. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I love talking to y'all. I'm a Gemini. I'm a talker, baby. Don't come here if you don't want to talk. One card from the Rebel deck for Geminis. One card from the Rebel deck for Gemini. Thank you so much, Patricia. I try. Yeah. So let's get one card. I love you guys too. Y'all help me out too. Oh, Cassandra, that's what's up. That's because you're a book counselor. A spiritual counselor is something completely different. All right, so you have laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? Bottom of the deck here, you need some yoga in your life. It says, ancient shit is cool, and boom, you're giving away your power. All right? Okay. So thank you guys so much. Bye, guys.